everybody. All right. Everybody hearing me okay?
Hey, how you doing?
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday afternoon coaching call. I'm Steve Rosenbaum. I think the other guys we've met before. Rhonda, welcome. Rhonda, do you have a high-level agency? Tell me about that.
I do, yeah. I have the 297 plan.
Okay.
And I've been working with Extendly. They're doing onboarding for me. I got my webpage finally finished. I'm working on social media. And I also have Chat HQ and Hey Levi. So I just want to be sure I have everything kind of integrated and working. And yeah.
Well, fantastic. And what's your background before high level?
I come from the finance world. I'm a tax professional. I actually sell tax software, and that's how I got into this, because I wanted to add value for my tax software people. So I said, hey, let me just offer some digital marketing services. Yeah. So that's how I ended up here. But yeah, I'm a tax professional and also have a real estate and mortgage background. So like a finance nerd, basically.
And where are you based out of?
I am in Georgia, about 45 minutes south of Atlanta.
Okay.
Thank heavens.
What brings you here today? How can we help you best today?
Oh, well, I received the email and it said that, we could just come and chat and you guys would kind of take a look at what I've got to see if I needed to hire a virtual assistant.
Okay. I'm happy to do that. So that's where on these calls, we try to meet you where you're at and see how we can help you. And Simone, welcome. I'll say hello to you in a moment, but Rhonda, absolutely. Have you got something you'd like to show me?
Yeah, well, yeah, guess so. You'd like to see my high level site? I'm not sure what you
anything I could do to help you. You had mentioned that you wanted to come here and discover if you needed a virtual assistant or just anything that I could do to help you with wherever you're at and help you get to wherever you're trying to get to.
Yeah, what I'd like to be sure is that I have everything set up correctly, because this is brand new for me, so.
Okay.
I haven't taken a client yet or anything like that. So
okay.
So yeah, I really just came I really just came just to listen, to tell you the truth, to see if I can kind of get a
that's absolutely fine. And I'm glad we clarified that, because we do want to keep it. These calls are more to be strategy based versus tech and support, because of course you can get support from us anytime. So we're happy to do that. Nick, I'll come to you in a second. And Simone, I want to welcome you. I don't think we've met. I'm Steve Rosenbaum.
Hello, Steve. I recognize you from the YouTube channel.
Oh,
I like the tutorial videos, like the marketing strategies and stuff. So cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Those calls were recorded on a Tuesday afternoon, just like this. So I'm glad you're here. And you have a high-level agency?
Yes, I do.
Good.
I have what I call, it's my membership. I call it a membership. I built a membership around my high level software. And I bought the Extendly what is it, Academy, white label Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would like is to have a different logo at the bottom, and I would like to have it on a different URL. Is that possible?
I'm going to let support handle those issues for you. Frankly, I don't know how to do that, and if that's possible or not. So if it's a support question like that, please do hit up our support team, and they could also bring in the Academy people if needed.
Okay.
All righty.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Please stick around. We'll be happy to help you. Yeah, Sean.
All right, so I'm not sure if this is more along the lines of strategy or more probably support, but I want to find out, for instance, if I have two sub accounts, and I want to basically have someone make a payment in one account, and then that payment is able to split to go partially in the other account, and then is there any way to trigger the fact that person made that payment in one account for their information to also fill into the second account?
Wow.
So let me give you perspective.
Yeah.
I have a nonprofit and I have a for-profit. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that if a person makes a purchase on the for-profit, a percentage of that purchase goes to the nonprofit, and then also that contact also gets added to the nonprofit. So then this way, any purchase made here will be able to be triggered here, and I would be able to get see that information. Is that possible?
That's a good question. And if you're getting into and first of all, Sean, what I'll tell you I don't know so much about are some of the new e-commerce tools that have been released. So that I'm not up to speed on those things yet. Here's what I would think we could do, and I don't know if this solves your issue or not, but what I think we could do is set up a workflow from one account that sends information via a webhook to your other account. All right.
Okay. Then
and at least what we could do is we could transfer some information. We could set a tag that says it was, paid, or we could record a date, or we could put something in a custom field. If that helps you, that's the first thing I'm thinking of, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. That you should be able to do.
Okay, good. So webhook does that. A webhook is what solves for that kind of thing.
Yeah, you might need to set up some custom fields to to capture the information you want to send, but that's what's going through my mind right now.
Okay.
On Monday afternoons, Zach Gilliland is here, and Zach is a snapshot and automation expert, even beyond me. So that would be a good question to ask of him as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it.
You betcha, Sean. All right, now we're coming your way, Nick. And Nick, Nick was working on a win-back prospect. Did you have that call today?
Actually, I did, and it went well. So what we're struggling with this particular client prospect is that the manager doesn't have a lot of power when it comes to writing checks, right? But the manager can strike a deal. The manager can strike a deal and work something out and barter and whatnot. And I'm like, well, I don't really do barter, but what I can do, and what Steve and I talked about, was doing basically like setting it up where we do like a 30-day trial and try to get in and start the win back with just a small portion of their list, and get them 20 leads, and then say, see, it works, we can do it. Now, if you want to do your whole list, if you want to do the whole 3,000, person list, then this is what it costs. And at that point, hook them, show them that there's value, show them that it works, and get the owner to buy into it. And once she buys into it, she's all in once she knows it works. But she's just kind of one of those types of owners that doesn't buy into it. So I went and presented that to him today, and it went pretty well. I talked to the manager, and she said, yeah, I think that's going to work. Let's just write something out and have something to present to her so we can show her what it is we would like to do, get her blessing on it, and then we're off to the races. And so, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm thinking now, I did go back and look. I didn't see the slide deck, but isn't there a slide deck or something that I could use to present with the win back?
There is. It should be in your should be in the agency snapshot. The agency. Okay, no. Yeah, when you log into was it learning.getextendly.com? Is that our university site? You should see it there. And if you log into the WinBack, you should see that there's something that says pitch deck, and I also did an overview of that pitch deck of how to present it.
Let's see.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah. Let me share my screen. 1 second.
Okay, so look at. No. Go back, let's look at your other courses.
Any of these or?
No, that's all. That's the ultimate. Where's there we go. Sales train there. Look at the second one down. Sales pitch deck
There
overview.
it is.
That's it.
Ah, here it is right
Under
here.
files, that's where you download it.
Got it. I looked right over it.
It's all right.
Completed that. And then,
That's why I'm here.
well, what's going on here? Is it supposed to download?
It did. It's already there. Go to your download section. There you go. Yeah, go right there.
There it is.
Yep. All right. Beautiful. Is that why you had your hand up before, Nick?
No, I think that was it.
Cool.
I just wanted to kind of think, I was just wanted to put something together, and so I'm going to kind of mold it and shape it, for this particular presentation, and show them what we're looking at doing. And so I'll figure I'd go through the pitch deck and see if that would help me.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. All right. Simone, do you have any questions about tell me more about your agency. How long have you been doing this?
Recently, I started my, I guess, digital marketing journey, I suppose, in 2020. I've been building websites and funnels for a while. And then I joined this company, and they wanted my help with that, with building funnels and stuff. And he wanted me to learn different systems and learn ClickFunnels and learn. There was something that Frank Kern was sharing, and then I bought Pipeline Pro, and I realized like they were the same thing, and then I decided to get my own high level because I was like, this is a great opportunity. Like I can sell it for whatever I want, and I don't have to give anything else back to the company.
That's right.
So I just recently kind of left I was working with musicians, and then recently decided to leave leave musicians and switch my niche to coaches. So I'm offering, so in my membership, I'm with them every Tuesday at noon. I do a lunch and learn, and get them signed up. I charge $297 a month for the membership, plus the software, and then I do templates, and when I create their accounts, I load their accounts with the Snapshot in it. And like, I guess pretty much anything that I create for myself, I set it up as a snapshot that I can create for them, and do plug and play websites. I love the whole, plug in all these custom values and boom, your website's done.
Isn't that phenomenal? Are you using our universal small business snapshot?
No.
Take a look at it.
Yeah. I haven't really, I've been watching like Extendly's videos and stuff on YouTube, but I haven't really gotten much into what they do, because I don't have the funds yet, like to do a monthly membership. So I just got the the white label academy, so I would have the videos for help. So I'm just kind of building slowly. I'm doing a live stream series this week on LinkedIn, and I'm about to upgrade my StreamYard so I can broadcast to multiple places and record it and start my YouTube channel.
Good for you.
Yeah. So
I love
so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
I love that. So I'd like to take a moment and tell you specifically why I recommend the Universal Small Business Snapshot. And obviously, full transparency, I'm with Extendly and whatnot, but I really do believe that this is the core place, and you're right at the place that I want you to be well informed about it, because this would be a good time to make this decision. And I understand funds being what they are, but at least, get it on your radar for when it's right. But we sell what we call is the universal small business snapshot. And it's exactly that. It is a core snapshot that should be used as the foundation for any snapshot that you build or share with your clients. Now, here's why. Here's what everybody is overlooking. You've been with High Level, you see the videos, you see Sean doing a video every single day. Hey, Sean, coming at you with 26 new features, right? Every single day. Well, guess what? Most snapshots, people built them a while ago, and they're not getting updated routinely. Now, we, on the other hand, at Extendly, we have a full department, fully staffed with several people that are genius high-level developers. But not only are they genius at putting these things together, but they're keeping it maintained meticulously and updated meticulously as Sean keeps releasing all these new features, all these new features, all these new features. The problem is, if you build your snapshots yourself, then you're going to be the one that has to meticulously keep it up to date. And I think most people don't have the time or the bandwidth to do it. And I'm guessing that because it takes us several people with a nice salary to do that, right? So the bottom line is, if you build your snapshot and use our universal small business snapshot as the foundation, then you know that you've got that strong foundation that is being maintained, that is being brought up to date. And also, when you do become a support customer of ours, and we hope you do in the future, our support staff, they're all trained on that. They know that backwards and forwards. So they're going to be able to provide the highest level of support for you because they know the way that snapshot is built. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so I get the universal snapshot, and it's loaded on my, it'll be part of, my snapshot kind of library. And
Correct.
then whenever I create a snapshot, how does it connect
Yeah. Okay. So
to the
here's what I would
snapshots that
do.
I create?
What I would do is, whatever you create,
Mhm.
I would build it off of, I would start with the universal. Okay. So for
Okay.
instance, if you're building something, and what do you serve a particular niche?
Right now, it's just coaches, entrepreneurial coaches.
Okay. So chances are, that our universal small business, chances are, takes care of 90% of your needs, if not more. Now, maybe you've got something specific that you want to put in there. Maybe you do some sort of a special nurture campaign or something along those lines. Then what I would do is I would open up, create a sub account in your agency and put our small business snapshot in there, and then add to it or tweak it with whatever it is that you do. Add a nurture campaign, add whatever it is that you do, and now create a new snapshot out of that. All right.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
at the core of that, at the foundation of that, is our universal small business snapshot. Now you've added Simone's, personal touch to it to make it your own, and put your own words of wisdom in there, whatever it is that you do, your own secret sauce. And now you can make that your own, and you could now sell that to your coaches and your clients, but you know that you started from a strong foundation.
Okay. Okay.
And you only pay for it, you pay for it once, and you could do this over and over and over again forever. And
Okay.
if you charge people, what a lot of agencies are doing is they're charging them an onboarding fee, $500, $1,000 as an onboarding fee. That's enough to cover letting us come in and do the onboarding for you. And then also you're making money off of that snapshot.
Okay. I'll
Sound
consider
good?
it. Yeah. Where I'm actually, I need to update my website, but part of what I want to do for my website services is we're doing a 1-day launch. So just get everybody set up, get you set up with your website, your funnel, and all of the workflow, the email follow-ups that come along with that, as a 1-day setup. And so right now we're charging $3,000, and we're planning on up leveling that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
most of that work will be done for you already with the Universal Small Business Snapshot. You wouldn't even have to build that the first time. You could tweak it, but I think you'll find that 90% of your work is done. And you'll find that it's done in a very strategic way that makes it very easy to, very modular way, makes it very easy to keep updated and so forth and add to it.
Okay. Now, what about, I've seen some people online, they're doing this, this great thing with the onboarding where the person buys the product and then they get a link to sign the contract. Does does that snapshot have that piece in it, or?
I don't believe so. So that's a perfect example of, you could add that into, if that's something that you want to add, then that would be great. That just build a workflow from that. But that's a great example of how you could take that but add your own touch to it to make it more customized to what you want and need.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be a good thing to do.
Okay, that's cool. So, and here's another question I have. Something that I'm doing right now, I built a funnel for myself. I built it on, in my white label system, but I was not able, I was trying to connect UpViral to it.
Oh, I
And
love
the
Onboard.
UpViral, yeah, it just was not working because I know I need to build my list of coaches and consultants. My list right now is full of musicians. And so, I changed my niche. I gotta update my list. The problem was with the UpViral, doing their connection into my own funnel. It didn't work out too well. So now I just set it up on their system, and now I'm like downloading the signups every day.
So I've used
into my
UpViral for
system.
years. However, I have not yet used it with High Level, so I can't tell you specifically, but are you familiar with what's called webhooks? Sean and I talked about webhooks. Are you familiar with webhooks?
A little bit, not very much.
I
So
think
is it kind of like creating your own custom API?
Well, okay, so you might need to use Zapier. Do you know Zapier?
Yeah, I have a free account on Zapier.
Okay,
So
so
if it's a complicated thing, I can use like a one step Zapier.
this would be a
Okay.
one-step Zapier. All right, so
Yeah.
but I think the answer lies. Do a little research. I think the answer lies in building a Zap on Zapier and what's called a webhook. And I think you should be able to get that information.
Okay.
I would be shocked if Wilco didn't have information about that in UpViral. All right, you know Wilco?
No.
He's the founder of UpViral. He's the guy in all the videos, the guy from the
Okay.
Netherlands. All right.
Okay.
I've known Wilco for many years. I think you could reach out to him, and I even think that Wilco did a video on the YouTube channel, on the High Level YouTube channel. If I'm not mistaken, there may be an UpViral video.
Oh yeah.
Channel.
All right. Let me do a search.
Check that out.
Okay. I will.
So what you want to do, Simone, I know is doable. We would just have to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, because I was wondering, like, I wonder if High Level is ever gonna, or Extendly, or some of these other app developers gonna put together something like this that's built into High Level. That would be awesome.
In terms of the sweepstakes program?
Yeah, having the sweepstakes set up in there.
Well, you never know. Certainly a third-party developer might do that. But no, I've used UpViral for years, and they're a great program with much
Yeah,
success.
I heard about it from you, from one of your videos. I was like,
What?
oh, let me check this out. Yeah.
When was that, Simone? How far do you and I go back?
I've only been watching like a few of them, but like I was watching this video where you were talking about generating leads that like pay for it, like going to local businesses and companies who advertise in the, what do you call it? The little mailers that go to people's houses, and you showing how there was this one flyer you did, and the guy was like, people are only coming in here with the wanting this little thing, and you were like, well, this is all you're telling them. And so you put the Up Viral sweepstakes on there, and they were getting like 12,000, 12,000 new leads and stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me try that.
You're blowing me away, Simone. You're 100% right. I did that. The client was called Castrol Motor Oil.
Castro, yeah, the oil change people.
Yep. And you are 100% right on target. You're blowing me away. Wow. I'm glad you watched that. Yeah, if I can help with anything along those lines, let me know.
Okay.
And you're right. That case study was probably 2016, 2017. So that was before High Level.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I was probably using Active Campaign in those days.
Yeah. Okay.
But it doesn't matter. It would be doable. You just have to figure out the connection piece. But I think your answer is going to be, look, you could do it manually the way you're doing it, but that's not ideal, right?
Yeah.
So I think the answer is going to be with a webhook and also Zapier. And I would invite you to put a post in our Facebook group and also the Up Viral Facebook group. And I think somebody would be able to help you with that. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep me posted. I really would love to hear about your success there.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'm getting some leads, and and some. My friend Erica is excited about winning my big prize.
There you go.
Well, although she already has it, so I told her, well, if you get it, then do something and give it to a new customer of yours.
There you go. There you go.
So,
let me ask some questions for Pedro. Thank you, Simone. Hey, Pedro.
Hi, Steve. How you doing?
I am well. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm better now that I'm seeing you. Thank you so much for doing these. I have a quick question. I have a networking meeting we're launching this week on Thursday, and it's going to be like 20 plus businesses. And what they do is they break out into these little groups, and everyone has a chance to say what they do, yada, present the 30-minute pitch. And I was wondering if I should just go with the win-back product, or should I mention, like, I offer software solutions to small businesses. Right now, we have a special offer, customer win-back, where if you have those dead leads, give me your worst leads, and I'll revive them for you. Something like that. I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to approach it without sounding salesy, and at the same time, being that this is my first launch and I'm kind of nervous, what would you recommend, and how do you recommend I go about it?
Well, thank you, Pedro. I love the question, and I think I can help you with that. Let me ask you a few more questions about yourself, though, just to make sure I'm on the right track, okay?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so do you currently have a digital marketing agency? Have you been doing this, or are you new to everything?
Let's say new to everything. I did dabble in it about 3 years ago with a website designer, but let's just say we're starting from scratch.
Okay, so and what is your background?
Oh man, I've been in real estate, realtor, mortgages. We did have a digital marketing company, and I work with the federal government now. I've been a manager for about 20 years plus. So that's my major strength, like problem solving and managing other people.
Excellent. All right, and you own the Win Back Challenge? Did you bought that, or you got that with one of the Black Friday deals or something?
Thanks to you, I do. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. So
great presentation.
Thank you. That has been my go-to. Again, Simone was talking about something I did a while ago. I've been doing these even longer. I really, going back to 2012 was when I started first offering customer win-back programs, reactivation programs. All right. And Pedro, it's been my #1 way to get new clients, because I'll tell you a little story. there's a book called The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. This is a book from the 90s. It's a 30-year-old book. I don't remember the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing, but I remember the first two. And the first one says that if you want to be remembered, you have to be first at something. All right. Now, are you the first website company they've ever met? Of course, the answer is no. Right? Are you the first marketing person they ever met? Of course, the answer is no. All right. Now, the second immutable law of marketing says if you can't be first at something, then invent something that you're first at. All right. So that's when I invented. I used to call myself a marketing consultant, and nobody cared. And in fact, some people hated that because they got burned by marketing consultants, and they lumped us with attorneys and used car salesmen. All right. So that didn't help me. But then when I said, but I'm a follow-up specialist, I help bring customers back to buy from you again, they immediately raised their hand and said, now I need help with that. Okay. Nobody is helping them bring customers back to buy from them again. In fact, most marketing consultants all talk about getting them new customers, getting them new traffic, new SEO, pay-per-click. Everything is going after new. Well, it takes time and it takes money. And most people get frustrated before they even see results. So Pedro, if you position yourself as somebody with a very unique talent of creating fast sales by reaching out to their past customers and bringing them back to buy from you again, I think people are going to say, how do you do that? And the thing about your 30-second commercial is this. You're not trying to sell them, Pedro. Do not try to sell them from your 30-second commercial. What do you want to try to get them to do from the 30-second commercial, Pedro?
Talk about them.
Well, there's that. All right.
Create interest.
Yes. Create interest, create curiosity. What you're going for is really, I want to hear more about that. Okay. The only thing you're trying to get from that 30-second commercial is permission to have a longer conversation. Awesome. Now, many times I have fun with this. I kind of play when I'm networking. I'm a little playful and things like that. And people say, I win back customers and bring them back to buy from you again, often on the very first day. And sometimes people don't believe me and say, really, how do you do that? I say, very well. And when you hire me, you'll see for yourself. All right. So you have a little play, a little fun with that, or say something to the effect of, well, it's a longer conversation than you and I have right now. All right. But if you've got an advertising budget and if you're spending money on ads and, if you're looking to create more sales now and you think this might be a service that you'd be interested in hiring me to do, let's set up a discovery call. Does that make sense?
Awesome. Should I charge for the discovery call? The $100 you said?
Great question. You do whatever you're comfortable with. All right. I started charging those. I even have on my website, if you go to steverosenbaum.com and you'll see something that says hire Steve, you're going to see pick Steve's brain, $500. And the reason why was people would always come to me and say, hey, Steve, can I take you to lunch? I want to pick your brain. And I say, absolutely. Go to my website and buy the Pick My Brain package. Oh, I don't want to pay you $500. Oh, okay. Well, then the answer is no. My time and my proprietary information are my two most valuable assets. That's my business. All right. So, Pedro, that's funny. All right. So, but that's up to you. Or sometimes I might say, look, the discovery call is $100, but I refund it when you hire me. Something along those lines. But you don't want to be dealing with what I call brain pickers and tire kickers, because they'll take up all your time. They'll rob you of your knowledge. And while you're busy giving away your stuff for free, some business somewhere else is looking for somebody to hire just like you, and they might be hiring somebody else. So it's hurting you both ways. You're giving away free information, and you're missing out on an opportunity to sell somebody that wants and needs you and would pay you right now.
Awesome.
Does that help you, Pedro?
Yeah, definitely. And if I could sneak in really quick, how did you remember that first presentation, your first sale per se, quote unquote? How did you get past the the jitters and the nervousness and the inexperience.
Well, Pedro, if I had to remember my first sale, it would be going back a long, 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 long way. Look, my parents were both salespeople, okay? If there was anybody ever born to be a salesperson, I was that, all right? So I've been blessed in that I haven't suffered from that, Pedro. So I get what I love the question, but I can't be helpful to you there because it hasn't been an issue for me. So it's not fair for me to tell you, oh, that's not a problem, because it just hasn't been an issue for me. But I would tell you, try to relax, try to be yourself, and realize this: you're not selling them. You're giving them the opportunity to hire you to help them. You can help them, all right? And you've got something valuable. What I would say is this: don't try to convince anybody to buy anything from you. If they don't understand the value in it, say thank you and move on to somebody else. Because I promise you, there are people right now that want to hire you. Your toughest job is not to convince people to hire you. It's to find the person that's ready, willing, and able to hire you right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate you so much.
Pedro, I can't thank you. And I can't wait to hear your success. We'll do a success call with you and you get that call, all right? Just be confident, have fun with it. And if you get somebody that wants to do a win back for you, all right, we're here to help you. We're in the Facebook group. We're doing these coaching calls. We're not going to let you fail, all right? So you get that person and you know that we're going to make sure it's a success for you.
Sounds great.
We won't do the work for you, but we will help guide you through it, right? Just on calls just like this.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Pedro, I
Appreciate
can't
all.
wait. I can't wait to hear your success, my friend.
Yeah, Steve, to add on to what Pedro was mentioning, one of the ways that I, would get new clients and from past clients is I would reach out to, I would create something. Let's say I'm creating something for a new customer. I would reach out to past clients and I would show them, like, for instance, I did a project for a music artist called Jill Scott years ago, and I reached out to a company that I knew was working with, like, Destiny's Child, back then. That's really old, right? So I reached out to them and I said, hey, I just wanted, I worked with them before. I wanted to get your opinion on this new project that I created. Didn't ask for a new job, didn't ask for any new projects, just sent it over to them. What happened is that person ended up saying, hey, Sean, we like what you did with this, tell us a little bit more about it. And then 3 days later, they call me and say, hey, we have a project for Destiny's Child. We'd love to have you on it. Without me asking. And so what I learned to do was start to reach out to people and just ask their opinion. Because a lot of times people love to give their opinions on something, but then what that does is it brings, you to mind for that specific particular thing when they want to do it. So now you're not asking them, you're not forcing a sale on them. You're just, letting them know about something without, and then they're making their own decision on it. That's at least helped me.
Sean, that's fantastic. And that's brilliant. And, you're taking me back to a student I had way back then with my first course. So we're talking 2012, 2013. And this guy, I remember him, and I don't recall his name, but he lived in New Zealand and he was an IT professional. So he too, Pedro, was very uncomfortable with sales. Okay. And Sean, what you just said, you're exactly right, because he did the same thing this way. He was studying all my stuff. All right. And he was an IT guy, wanted to go off on his own, but he was uncomfortable with sales. And he asked me a very similar question, Pedro, about that. And I said, okay, tell me more about what you do. And so he had this job and he said, I take a late lunch every day about 2 p.m. and I go next door to a coffee shop, and he's in New Zealand. And he says, and every day I'm studying your stuff and I'm studying your stuff. I said, 2 p.m. That's late for lunch. Is the place busy? And he says, no, nobody's there. It's not busy at all. And I said, so is the owner there? He says, yeah, like we're the only two there. I'm here every day. I'm here every day eating the same sandwich every day and studying your stuff. And then there's the owner and he's just like messing around behind the counter. And I said, so why don't you ask him this? why don't you just ask them to come over and just say, hey, can I ask you a question? Because I'm studying all this stuff and it's how to help businesses with marketing. And I would just like to know what you think, like if this could help your business at all. Just did it exactly your way, Sean, and you're right.
Yes.
Hired him.
It worked.
He hired him. Like 4 years later, I ran into that same guy, and he was a very successful digital marketing agency. And that was the very first sale that he got. Wow, you bring me back to that. I gotta look him up. I gotta look up his name. You bring me back to that, Sean. Great story. Thank you, my friend.
Boom. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. All right, so I see Dia or Dia. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? And welcome. If you want to say something, feel free to unmute. Anybody else has got any more questions, any more feedback?
Sorry, I was away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I joined very late. This is my first time, so I'm just listening.
Okay, well, welcome. And do you have a GHL agency, a high-level agency?
Yes, I have, and I have the what do you call it? The extendly
Beautiful.
snapshot.
Oh, the Universal Small Business Snapshot?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm still practicing. I don't know how to run it, so yeah, I'm new to this. So.
Okay. You might take a look at if you're looking at. Are you familiar with our Academy for High Level?
Yes.
Okay. I know we had a special running there on level 1, and there's a coupon. You could try the coupon 7 free, and I think that takes down that price to like $27 from like $199. But that's a great tool to help you get started, Dia, if that helps you. Do you have any questions for me? Anything that you're stuck at? Anything I could help you with?
So I don't know where to start actually. So the one you said just right now, how can I go there?
Are you asking about the academy I was telling you about?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull it up on my screen and then I'll share my screen. Okay, let me share my screen here, Dia. Okay, you're seeing my screen here?
Yes.
Here we're at getextendly.com, and if we go here to the Academy for High Level, and I will go ahead and put this right into the chat here. All right. Now, if you go down here to sign up all the way at the bottom, if you go to level 1, which is $299, and we go to sign up, now let's see if this coupon is still working. Hello. Okay, so let's see here. Enter coupon code 7 free. Shoot. It's not available. Well, darn it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It looks like that promotion ended. Let me check one more thing and see if that's correct. 1 second. Oh, Dia, I'm not able to get to where I want to go right now. I'm sorry. It looks like that promo ended.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the other thing you can do is what Simone was talking about. If you go to our YouTube channel, and if you go search on Extendly, All right, this is our YouTube channel right here. All right, and you'll find a lot of videos here. Now, one that I love to point people to, this is a series I did a few months ago called the 12-month Client Blueprint. And Dia, this is a great one because it takes over these 4 videos. It takes you over how to set up an offer, how to get a client, and how to manage them over the course of a year. So that might be a good place for you to begin. Let me give you the link to this also in the chat area. Will this help you?
Yes, yeah. Anything will help me.
Well, good. Yeah, and keep coming to these calls. We would love to hear about your successes and help you get those first few clients. What's your background?
So I'm an IT person, and
Well, there you go. Then you probably love that story I just told.
we do websites and graphic design, photography, and other things. So
Beautiful. And where are you based
the
out of?
problem now, we are, the extendedly Snapshot has tons of features, and we don't know how to use them actually. So
Okay.
so I don't know where to start. I spoke with the support team. They said you just let me know if you need to ask any question. But I have tons of questions, and they have 15 minutes, so it doesn't work like this. So
All right. Let me have you gone here? Have you seen this video? And you're talking about the Universal Small Business Snapshot, right?
yes,
All right. Dia, do me a favor and give me your email address, please, in the chat. You could send it, either put it in the chat or send it to me via private chat. And I'm going to ask a few people on my team for a couple resources. I'm going to see if I can put together a couple resources and send you an email with a couple resources that I think might help. Okay.
thank you so much. I'll send it right now.
Absolutely. Give me a day or two because some of my people are overseas and different time zones and stuff like that. But I want to ask some people and see how we can help you best.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you. And thanks for being a customer, and I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay.
I just want to confirm, did you receive it?
I did. I have that here.
Thank
I
you.
will read it out loud. Okay. All right. Excellent. Take a screenshot here of this. All right. All right, folks. Are there any other questions that I could answer today? Pedro says a 12-month blueprint's a great series. Thank you, Pedro. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Pedro, where are you based out of?
Orlando, Florida.
You're in Orlando. Okay. Excellent. All righty. Folks, if there's no more questions today, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this session up. So last chance, last call, anything I can do for you?
Yeah, if I could ask one last question.
Yes, sir.
So in this meeting, is it like I could go 3 routes? I could be the professional, right? Or I could be the new business guy, or I could just be quiet, listen, and just say what I do. What do you recommend? Or is it one of those, whatever you feel comfortable with?
Well, it is, right? You
Right.
know, and again, we're all individuals. So I have no problem with that, but I understand other people do. But I'll say this. The quiet person, what do you want to come out of the page? What do you want the outcome to be?
It's like you said, like set up possible follow-up meetings.
Okay.
Create curiosity, I guess, and set up
Okay.
possible.
All right. Well, if you're quiet, then I don't see anybody asking you to do that for them because they won't know what you do, right? So my gut feeling is the being quiet part is not the best way to help you if you're looking to get clients. All right. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong. Let me take a step back. What's your biggest fear? As we're talking and you're uncomfortable with this, what makes you uncomfortable? What are you afraid of happening?
I think it's really more the unknown, like your first day of school, when you're starting out. The fear of the unknown, I guess.
And the
Thank you.
unknown being that you've never run one of these programs before. So is it the fear of getting somebody to say yes, and now what do you do next? Is that it?
That's one part. Yeah, that's one part.
Okay.
But it's more like the intrigue of something new. I've never been in a networking, not like this one. And I guess, not knowing what to do. Like, I really appreciate the other person that said he doesn't even know where to start. I kind of now know that I'm going with the win back, but I've never done it before. So it's something new. It's exciting, but a little bit of fear, you know.
Okay. So I'm trying to wrap my head around, is it the fear of the win back or the fear of the networking meeting?
It's the fear of, like, I don't know enough of the program, like the other gentleman was saying, to do a good job of selling. Like, usually in past experiences, I know things inside and out. I know everything about it. And that gives you confidence when you speak, when you present. Not knowing much about this and depending so much on customer support to help you really puts me on edge, because you feel your your chips or your future is not really in your hands, right? Because either you need to learn as much as you can quickly, or you're dependent on another person in customer service responding fast enough or answering all my questions. And like you said, sometimes they have 15 minutes, or sometimes they can't even get on a Zoom call with you. So that's what I'm afraid of, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense, and I appreciate that. And I've got some for you, but I see Sean's video pop up, which makes me think he's got some more words of wisdom. Is that right, Sean? Now he's frozen. We'll come back to Sean when he gets his when he gets that back. Pedro, I totally understand it, and it's something that the only way to get past it is to get past it, right? So, but here's the good news. These are not, they may seem like big moments, but they're okay. They're manageable. All right. I think if you want to be humble and you want to say, look, I'm just getting started in a new venture, but tell them what attracted you. You tell me, Pedro, what attracted you to doing this? Why is it that you want to take win back to businesses?
Honestly, because I could get my foot in the door to be able to scale from there. I think it's a great product to start at.
Hey, am I back online?
Interest.
You're back online.
Yeah.
I figured you had some words of wisdom to share when your video.
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead, Sean.
So Pedro, here's the thing. When this has been my experience in joining when I joined. At first, the first thing I was saying to myself was worried about was, am I going to get any clients? That was a big worry. Then when I got my first client, I was like, oh my God, I got a client. What am I going to do? Then you started feeling like the imposter syndrome, like, I got a client now. I don't want to fail at fulfilling for them. I don't want to fail at, not doing the right job. But I'll tell you this, in every step of the way, I think even as entrepreneurs, we always have that in the back of our mind that, we want to do the best job. We want to, fulfill the best for people. We want everyone to love us. We want everyone to like what we're doing, but it doesn't always work that way. And the best thing that the best way I look at it is they're all experiences. So when I just said, you know what, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to just execute and, learn to the best of my abilities. If there's something a person asks me and I don't have the answer to that question, I'll say, hey, I'll get back to you on that. Let's say I'll refer to one of my tech people will be able to dive into that. But for the most top level questions that people ask you, unless they're already super advanced in what they're doing and they're asking me very detailed types of questions, but so far that really hasn't happened. Your average customer really does not know as much as coming into an industry like this. And so a lot of those fears just never came to pass. You know, a lot of them just, they're all in our head. You know, when you get on these, when you get on these calls, when you get on that call with everyone, you may be fearful of, you know, hey, are people gonna, you know, like this information I'm sharing? Are people going to, how are people going to react? How people, those are all things that's just playing in your head. I would say, you know what, just go ahead and do it. Just jump in and do it. And if you fail at it, or if you feel you fail, like, I don't think there's any such thing as failure, because we're all constantly learning, we're constantly evolving. So the biggest thing is jump into it and, you know, put your best foot forward. And there's tons of people in this community, which is what I love. I mean, I can, if I didn't know something, I can jump off of this call and I can get on either on the high level community or externally, or send somebody a you know, a text or email within this core group, and I'll get an answer from someone. So I would jump into it without any fear of that, because a lot of these things are just going on in our head. You know, it's just like, you know, if I got what I would wish to have, let's say a $500,000 contract, you know, and I got it, I would be afraid. I would be, you know, worrying about, oh my God, I got what I wanted. Now what? But we just have to kind of jump. Yeah, we just have to kind of, you know, jump into it, because there's always going to be that next thing that we have not done. And then you asked about, you know, how do you get past like, you know, the jitters and the fear of things. You know, speak on things. If you have to learn a chapter, you know, it's always, I don't know if you agree with this, Steve, or not, but, you know, it's always being at least a chapter ahead, right, of the next person. And you don't have to know everything, but just if you read a chapter on, or understood a chapter on, you know, missed call text back, for instance, and you knew it, you knew how it worked, you knew how it flows, understood what it can do for a business, then go into that meeting talking about that. That's it. Just go into that meeting and talk about this amazing thing that helps businesses called missed call text back, and this is how it can really help, you know, businesses and it can be on that one thing, and that's it. And you'll attract people just on that alone, and then they can get exposed to everything else afterwards. But I'd say, you know, jump in. There's no such thing as failure, and you know, we're always learning. So that's my advice, man.
I love it. I love it. And Sean, a couple of things that I really strongly agree with is what you said, you know, being a chapter ahead. And it's true, not only being a chapter ahead, when you couple that with the other thing Sean said about, look, you're tied into a community, Pedro, and we want you to succeed. You know, yep. He's right. Yep. You got places to go. You can go to the Facebook group, you can go to the Extendly group. Yeah, you know, and we're here for you. So and let's just take that one step further. I think it's totally okay for you to be upfront and humble with these people and say, look, I'm an IT guy, but I'm here to share something that's new, and it's a new direction that I'm going, because I know there's a high demand for it. And the reason I know there's a high demand for it is because it gets great results. And so, look, I'm just getting started. So if you want to work with me, and you know, then there's some advantages to working with me now, because look, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, full transparency. On the other hand, once I get this thing nailed down, man, I'm charging 10 times as much. All right. So, you know, work with me now. We'll have success together. I guarantee the success. If we don't have the success, I'll do it again. All right. And all I ask from you is a testimonial, 3 referrals. Now, before you know it, you're going to have that success. You're going to have 3 referrals, and you're going to have 3 more successes. You're going to have 4 successes in a very short period of time. And these jitters you have today are going to be replaced by the new jitters, as Sean said. You know, that's growth, right? That's growth. As we grow, we're always going to be facing new experiences, and the jitters just means that we're growing. So it's a good thing to have. But you got people here that want to see you succeed, Pedro.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all.
You betcha. All right. All righty. Sean's a rock star today. I'll tell you. I didn't even have to show up. We could have just had Sean run the show.
It's always good to see you, Steve, man. You're a rock star.
Maserati. What are you driving there? That looks like I see red leather seats. That looks like a fancy car.
Yeah, it's custom. It's custom. Simple car. No, not expensive. Dodge Durango.
That's all right. That's all right,
with a
man.
custom seat job. Yeah, nothing.
That's all
nothing
right.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were in a Maserati there. Nice. All right.
All right, Steve.
All right. Love you
Take
guys.
it easy.
Success. Pedro next week or the week after. No pressure, man, but I can't wait to hear your success. Dia, look for an email from me in the next day or so. We'll get something out to you, and so get you on the right path. And go check out some of those videos in the YouTube channel. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. Sounds great. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Do you want a proven way to increase your lead generation on your website and sales funnels, as well as add an additional revenue stream to your agency? Check out www.chathq.io today and start your free account.